Hey guys, this is a reproduction of a Dance Brothers revolver. Um, the Dance Brothers operated out of Texas during the Civil War, and I think it was Columbia in Texas. So the South was cut off from the big revolver manufacturers. Remember, Colt was in Connecticut, so they had to do their own thing. And generally, the Southern revolvers or the Confederacy, their revolvers were all 36 caliber, but the Dance Brothers or the Dance revolver was 44, and it's kind of a dragoon, yeah, like a 1848 dragoon, Colt dragoon, but just simplified. So what they did was, because they didn't have any metal, there's no fence on the back over there. So normally you got the rounded area, that kind of comes over, and it's called a fence on either side. And that's a lot of milling, a lot of machining that's got to take place, and a lot of wastage. So you got to start off with a piece of metal that thick, and then so you can create the fence and then mill it away. So what the Dance Brothers did was they just started off with a much thinner piece. It didn't have to have the fence, so they didn't have all that metal wastage, and they didn't have any metal in the South. So it just simplified the production of it. No fancy scrolling and scenery on the cylinder. Other than that, it's just a Colt kind of hybrid between a dragoon and a 1851 navy. This one's color case hardened and blued, and there were some that were blued. I'm not sure about the color case hardening though. A lot of brass. The Confederates used a lot of brass. Colt back straps were normally steel, but they didn't have steel, so they used a lot of brass. They also made some brass revolvers, like Griswold and Gunnison. That was the whole thing was brass, and so most of the ones that's found, and they only made, like, I don't know, between 400 and 600 revolvers in the 4 years that they made revolvers. And most of the ones that survived are in the white, so they were never blued. And it's just cost cutting. It's just absolutely cost cutting. You didn't have to finish it. You made it in the raw white metal, send it out to the field to fight. So very few were actually blued and finished. I had previously had a Dance revolver in South Africa that was a Pieta reproduction, and that was all in the white. This one color case hardened with and blued. Other than that, it's just a regular just a normal cap and ball revolver with all the normal markings on, and operates like any Colt style revolver, barrel wedge, and pull it apart. Just interesting from the Confederate the Confederate side. They made several revolvers, but all of it's like small batches, and there's kind of a cost cutting in every single one that they that they did. There was a means of just keeping the costs down, because they didn't have the time, they didn't have the labor, they didn't have the money, they didn't have the material. Anyways, guys, it's just a lot of people don't even know that there is something like a Dance revolver. Stay safe. We talk again.